Welcome back to the Martial Poetry Series. This is the 33rd episode, and we're covering Yang-style Taiji's Play the PiPa or Play the Lute. This is also done in the Chen form as well. I'll show you both variants. So, in the Yang form, it's done like so. And the Chen form is done after a kick, in which they come down like so. So I'll show you from this side too. So play the PiPa or play the lute. The PiPa is essentially like a Chinese guitar or lute. You'll see if you look up PiPa, you'll see it's a very long instrument, and you strum it much like a guitar. So the idea with this, the application will show you what is meaning. So the application, which you'll get to see again in the applications video to follow, but essentially you can think of this as like an arm grab or arm seize, where you're joint locking both wrist and elbow, and you seize them up. So this is kind of like the beforehand application for anything that could follow. This is your starting point, and then you can change the movement to take them down to the ground, or you can angle it upwards to shoot them up into the air, or you could just break the arm from there and then continue on with something else. But there's a myriad of options to you available, and this is kind of like your starting point, your starting lock. So what that means is essentially the playing the PiPa, their arm is the PiPa. You're playing them like you're playing the PiPa. And much like any type of music, you can go anywhere with it. And it's all part of art. So it's the same way with the applications. You can take them down, you can bring them up, you can shoot them forward, you can draw them back, you can break their arm and then do whatever you want with it. But the choice is yours. Once you are in the situation, you'll know what's the best available option immediately when you have your instincts kick in. Or you might be able to find that as you start one application that it's not working, so you might move into another. So if you might try to shoot them forward, but they resist, so now you pull them back. And now because their resistance, which was trying to, like, if you try to push them, it's like they're going to resist and try to push back. So now if you pull them, you're pulling them in the direction that they're resisting, and they'll go with you, much like in tug of war. If you pull, and then you suddenly let go, and they fall on their butt, same kind of thing. But you can think about this again. You're playing the PiPa, you're playing the lute, you're making art. You can go in any direction that you want from this. Up, down, side, side, forward, back, right? It's all up to the artist's interpretation. So you can look at it like that. Of course, in a fighting scenario, you're not going to be thinking, okay, I'm playing music, I can do whatever I want. But it's more of a interpretation or more of a analogy, right? You can take it anywhere you want. You can make it up, down, side, side. Much like in music, you can take the flow, you can take the music in any kind of direction you want. You can make it a little bit more peppy, you can make it a little bit more somber, but it's all depending on the art. So it's meant to kind of make an analogy for this kind of thing. So that was Play the PiPa, both in Yang-style Taiji and in Chen-style Taiji. Thank you very much. This was the 33rd episode of the Martial Poetry Series, and I'll see you in the next one.